It's all covered in today's China Truths.
Why are you crying while singing? Because today I finally earned some money. Today I finally earned some money. Now I can have a meal later. I can see life is really hard for you. Let me give you another 100 yuan, and you can sing me one more song, all right? Okay. I heard about a teenage girl working as a food delivery courier. What can you buy with 1 yuan? She said. Enough for one meal, just one meal. Every day she eats the same 3 things. In Hengdian, there are countless extras working in the film industry. People like me, who take small background roles, number nearly 200,000. The wage is just over 10 yuan an hour. If you don't take the job, someone else will, because there are simply too many people desperate to work as extras. Some say, if you don't want to live like this, just buy a ticket to Shenzhen. But once you arrive, it's almost impossible to find stable work. You can't live, yet you can't die either. To earn more, you must work overtime. For me, my work hours are from 8 a.m. until at least 10 or 10:30 p.m. almost every day. I didn't realize how severe the job market outside had become until after I quit. Really, if you can keep going like cattle and horses, then at least hold on until the end of the year and the New Year holidays. After that, you can look for another industry next year. Look, this is the working environment for those of us who came to Qinghai. My father ran a street stall to support me through graduate school. But after graduating, I ended up running a street stall back in my hometown with my boyfriend. Saying it out loud makes me feel bitter. I studied at a double first-class university in a 211 program with a major in transportation. Now, every day, I research which streets are best for setting up my stall. My boyfriend studied navigation, the cradle of seafarers, they called it. But if I hadn't spent 7 years in undergraduate and graduate studies, I could have saved more than 200,000 yuan. How many stalls would I need to run just to earn that back? If I had worked with my father from the beginning, I might already have a chain of stalls by now. China's economy is rapidly deteriorating. Across the country, scenes of despair are spreading. Foreign capital is leaving, factories are collapsing, shops are closing, and unemployment keeps worsening. Some people can't even afford food, facing a survival crisis. Recently, many netizens across the mainland have shared on social media how they were laid off and can't find new jobs. Many cried that they have no income, life is too harsh, and they can't go on living. Don't come to Guangdong, one man said. I can't find a job here. I can't even afford meals. I have nowhere to live, so at night I just sleep here. I want to go home, but I don't even have money for the bus fare. If you haven't come yet, don't come. The competition is too brutal. If I had known, I never would have come to Guangdong. I even had to borrow money for travel when I first left home, and now I can't even afford to return. I want to go home. But what should I do if I don't even have money for the bus fare? It's really hard to make money now. Just this morning, I went to buy some breakfast from a fellow townsman who runs a stall. He must be about 70. He said business is bad and kept complaining to me. I told him, your business was pretty good last year and the year before. What happened now? He said, there's no one anymore. I don't know where all the people have gone. Is this really the new normal? With his back hunched, he spoke to me while still working with his hands. Just listening to him was heartbreaking. Many people now can hardly afford to eat. Do you believe that? Don't think I'm just saying this. I have a restaurant client on WeChat. I checked his transaction records and found something shocking. In 2021 and 2023, everyone paid with WeChat Pay or Alipay. But in 2024, credit card payments were 8 times higher than before. This boss runs a restaurant near an office building, so his data is quite representative. What does this show? It shows that people don't even have money for meals anymore. They are borrowing just to eat. Back in 1972, when people went to a restaurant, they would wave their hands and say, "Boss, bring 4 dishes and a soup." But now, when people enter a restaurant, it's just, "Boss, 1 rice bowl with toppings." If people can barely afford to eat, then apart from the government handing out money, I really can't think of any quick way to restore consumer spending. In our small county, 14,000 people came to compete for government jobs. Only 191 posts in total, but 14,000 applicants. Every hotel and inn in town, big or small, was fully booked. This little broken county had probably never seen such a prosperous scene before. Today, I happened to drive past several exam sites. My God, I heard accents from all over the country. Some I had never even heard before, all kinds of strange dialects. I said to myself, I've traveled across China, but here in our tiny northern county, you can hear accents from everywhere. Yesterday at 6 in the morning, I saw an old man walking alone on a mountain road. He told me he had already been walking for more than 26 hours without stopping. When I asked if he had eaten, he quietly said, 2 days, no food. He had no money for a bus, so he was trying to walk all the way back to his hometown on foot. I told him, sit down and wait for me. If I don't help you, you won't make it home tonight. Times are really tough. Even high-end restaurants are setting up food stalls on the roadside because no one eats inside anymore. When big restaurants are forced to sell street food, it hits everyone. Taxi drivers, suppliers, farmers, grain, oil, vegetables, meat. Every link in the chain is suffering. Ordinary people can barely survive. This industry is hard to survive in. That industry is also hard to survive in. The last video I made about how difficult it is to drive a taxi went viral, with more than 200,000 views. Many followers left comments saying their own industries are just as difficult. Many followers also messaged me, sharing that their industries are struggling too. One hauls cement and sand but barely gets any work. Another works as a real estate agent and says this year there are more empty apartments than ever. Someone invested hundreds of thousands in a pharmacy, yet earns only about 300 yuan in gross profit a day. Some bank branches have closed. A brother who sells locks says his business is tough. Another friend runs a handmade noodle shop on Yuhua Road in Shijiazhuang, but these past few years, his restaurant has had no customers. You all see life in the cities, but look at the countryside. One friend says there's hardly any work in rural areas. A sister who runs a beauty salon says her customers are noticeably fewer this year. A follower who runs a tavern also says business is bad. Even taking small jobs at home isn't enough. 1 or 2 gigs a night only bring in 60 yuan. A lady who sells printers says her business is also struggling. Even construction sites have no work, and many can barely manage their next meal. My followers come from all walks of life, and none of them have it easy. In this situation, when will things ever turn around? Some say, it's tough now, but wait a couple of years? It'll be even tougher. Every industry is struggling. People can't make money, and when they finally earn a little, they don't want to spend it. Money just isn't circulating anymore. That's why I've been saying how hard the taxi industry is. It's becoming impossible to survive. Life is too difficult. Honestly, I feel like I might not be able to go on. I just lost my job. I just signed the resignation papers. So many big companies are laying people off, and I never thought I'd be one of them. My monthly expenses alone are around 10,000 yuan, not even counting debt. Every single day of living has a cost. Without income, my heart feels heavy and lost. Life feels unbearable. My husband has only worked for 3 years, and now he's unemployed. Our daughter is only 9 months old. We have both a mortgage and a car loan. I truly don't know how we're supposed to survive. I've been back in Shenzhen for more than a month, attended over 100 interviews, maybe 90 companies, but not one hired me. Right now, I honestly cannot find a job, and my wallet is already empty. Li Keqiang once admitted at the National People's Congress that 600 million Chinese people earn less than 1,000 yuan a month. That revelation shattered the illusion of complete poverty eradication and achieving a moderately prosperous society. As the economy has declined, countless people have fallen into hardship, not only wage earners losing their livelihoods, but also private business owners going bankrupt, unable to repay mortgages, and in some cases, unable to even afford food. Everywhere you look, all roads seem to lead to dead ends. The truth is, when the economy declines, everything is exposed. Like a bowl of noodles. Once you can't sustain it, it all falls apart. Thinking about it, those so-called big bosses aren't that different from us. They rose in a wave, and that was their moment. Some may have relied on deception, but as long as the bubble didn't burst, they weren't exposed as frauds. Once it bursts, everything comes out, everything collapses. Is there really any difference between them and us? This year feels like a deadly year for entrepreneurs. Don't you think so too? As we look across China today, the struggles of the working class can no longer be ignored. Bankruptcy spreads, unemployment rises, and countless families lose their only source of income. Factories shut down, restaurants stand empty, and small shops close one after another. Millions of ordinary workers are left with nothing. No jobs, no savings, no security. For them, survival itself has become the greatest battle of all. This is not just an economic downturn, it is the breaking point for China's working class.
Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.